All right, here we are. What's up, party people? Here we are. Here we are. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. It's very warm in here. It's very warm in here, but you know why? Because I'm fired up. I'm fired up for this webinar right now. Tell me in the chat where you are from. We are live, and today it's going to be a wonderful presentation. A wonderful presentation. Trust me, trust me, trust me. All right, I'm just going to pop up my chat here. And I'm ready, ladies and gents. I am ready. We're gonna wait a few seconds for people that are late, but in between, tell me where you're from. I'm David. I'm a CPA, chartered professional accountant. You probably found me somewhere on LinkedIn, right? And today we're gonna have fun. Trust me, trust me. As you can tell, I am super high energy. I am super fired up for this webinar. We have Charlene in the chat from Zurich. What is up? Thank you for showing up. And here we go, party people. Let's start with a sip of water. Of course, this is gin. This isn't vodka. This is just straight water. All right, you guys showed up on time, so let's get going right now. Let's get going right now. Let's get going right now. Here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Microsoft Copilot live training. Get started with Microsoft Copilot. So yeah, here we go. This is the Copilot symbol, and this is me on the right here. And my motto is to make you learn Excel the modern way. And more recently, it's more like learn Copilot the modern way. I'm an accountant. I said it twice already, and my specialty, my specialty is actually Excel. Tell me in the chat if you hear me loud and clear, and and let's get going. I go by the Piggy Bank Accountant, which is my YouTube channel. This is my handle. I found this name really funny, and I think it's really different. So you go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel right now, of course. All right, so why are we here today? Because this is a screenshot from a website for job search, right? Where you search for a job. And the goal here today is not that you become a prompt engineer, but I wanted to show you that on Google, they are looking for prompt engineers everywhere. What is a prompt? It is you asking a question to artificial intelligence, actually. And I wanted to show you that this company in Toronto is actually paying people 70 to 150K a year to be a prompt engineer. What does that mean? It means that the AI is here to stay, and that means that we are in a new era and that you must learn AI. So that's why you are on this webinar right now. This is another website. This is indeed a very popular job search engine that offers more than 5K euros per month to prompt engineer in generative AI, as you can see here on my screen. So once again, it emphasizes the fact that you should learn AI, and guess what? You're in here today, so that's wonderful. All right, so another why we're here, because Microsoft invested more than $13 billion in generative AI, including Copilot in Windows, Copilot for 365, Copilot for individuals. So Copilot is everywhere nowadays, right? And here we go. So I hope you are convinced by now that you should stay for the full duration of this webinar. Who am I? I am David Fortin, the little chartered professional accountant right here. And here's a little bit of my story. I started my career doing audit, so verifying financial statements of big companies such as banking services or construction companies. As you can see, I was really young there. And why I want to tell you this, it is because I have a lot of experience in the business world. I was traveling long hours on the plane, going through clients all over the United States and doing very long hours in my timesheet, paid very little. So you are in good hands today, guys. I have experience in the corporate world with the Microsoft Office suite, and this is me a few weeks later, or a few years later, I should say, swapping into FP&A, financial planning analysis, doing budgeting, staffing planning, and much more for a video game company, managing budgets for more than $200 million in costs. This is me more recently. I was working for a SaaS company, software as a service. Hello, Ivan from South Africa. Hello, Madiha from UAE. I'm not sure where UAE is, but United States of America. No, it doesn't work. Anyways, so this is me on the screenshot here with my long hair, with my Xbox boss Felix. We raised more than 30 millions in Series B venture capital fundraising for a SaaS software as a service company here in Quebec City, and then we exit the company using Excel and PowerPoint for more than $200 million. So guys, I am used with the Microsoft Office suite. You are in good hands today. More recently, I left my whole corporate job. I'm done with all of that. I work for myself. I run a YouTube channel that you're on right now, the Piggy Bank Accounting, where I make videos to help you be more productive at work with mainly Microsoft Copilot. As you can see here, these are thumbnails of some of my videos that you can find on this very specific channel. And in the middle, it is a screenshot of my most popular video, which is a Copilot tutorial that was seen by more than 22,000 people as we speak right now. So yeah, this is me, and now I teach on Udemy as well. I have more than 6,000 students on Excel and Copilot subjects, and I also teach for a local school in here in Quebec City, Montreal, Canada, if you are familiar with it. Thank you for showing up, everyone. Thank you for being on this live stream. You have a lot of content everywhere, and I swear you're gonna get value out of this content today because your time is valuable. You could have watched everyone else, but you decided to be here today, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure every minute of this webinar is valuable. Feel free if you ask any question in the chat, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer any question. So here's today's agenda. First, I'm going to explain to you what is Microsoft Copilot, a little background on what is AI as well for complete beginners, complete rookies. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Copilot. I'm going to illustrate it with some analogies, compare it with ChatGPT's just a little, and I'm going to tell you way more on Copilot. Then we're going to get into the meat and bone of this meeting. I am going to make a demo of Copilot if you haven't used it yet, or just to give you ideas of what you can use it for. At the end of this webinar, we are doing a Q&A live session, guys. I'm here for you for the next hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour to answer any question you might have. I am not a Copilot expert, or I should say I am a Copilot expert, but you know, it's just recent. It just came out just like everyone else. I'm learning as we go. If I don't have the answer to your question, I will make sure to get the answer and get it back to you. Don't worry about this. Yeah, let's get going. So first, I have a quick survey I want you to answer. Please, please, please. It's going to take you 1 minute to fill. There are 4 questions, or actually 5 questions. One of them is optional, and I just want help to shape up this presentation. This is a series of 4 webinars. This is actually my 4th, and I want to adapt my presentation to your level. So please click on the link. It is a forms, few choice of questions, super easy to answer, and it's going to take you 1 minute. Trust me, only 1 minute. Please, please, please answer right now. And while you're filling this, I have a quick story to tell you. So basically, very soon enough, you are going to have ChatGPT on your cell phone. So OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, made a partnership with OpenAI, with Apple, to have your Siri on steroids. You know, Siri, hey Siri, do something, and she never understands anything. Then now maybe she's gonna get better because ChatGPT is coming over to your cell phone. It's called Apple AI, and I think it is going to be wonderful. We shall see this around fall, so that's why you should learn AI as well. Start get into the weeds and understand how it works so you can have better results with it. All right, United Arab Emirates. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't too sure how to say it in English though. Thank you for showing up, Madiha. Thank you for showing up. So by now you should be done with the survey. Thank you so much for answering, and let's get into the content of this course. So what is AI? Artificial intelligence is the computer science field that simulates the human intelligence to solve problems and perform tasks. Okay, right here it's super simple, but to be more concrete, examples of AI, you've been using AI for a while now. When you do a credit card transaction, all of the approval is a kind of AI. or when you go to YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, all of this is some kind of AI. When they recommend stuff that you should watch next, you know, when you watch The Lord of the Ring and then they suggest that you should watch The Hobbit, then this is a form of AI, right? So everybody's on board right now. What's really new though is the generative AI. It is the new trend in AI, so it is capable of generating text, images, or other media in response to a prompt. What is a prompt? It is a questions that you ask to AI in natural language. So you can just say, even yeah, so that's the risk. Like your grandmother, she can use AI now, and that's the danger of everything. Look at her dabbing in here, and she's asking AI any question like how to cook the best banana bread out there or the best apple pie out there. She can ask AI, and she's going to get an answer, right? But this is the risk. And how is AI working? It works based on large language model, which I just like to compare to a dictionary. So a large language model was actually trained. So it's a series of words, one after the other, that actually forecast the next word. So generative AI in a nutshell is a machine that predicts the next word based on your previous word. Let me illustrate here. Let's say you ask AI, how are, and then AI is going to have a look in his dictionary and is going to tell, okay, after how are, the next most probable word is you. How are you? And then after you, it shall be doing, right? How are you doing? So that's actually how AI works. It goes into its database and forecasts the next word based on your previous word. All right. So it's really a simplified way of explaining it, but let's not get into too much details here. All right, so how I like to explain it is that AI is a dictionary, while the LLM is a dictionary. The large language model is a dictionary, and you have a little Albert Einstein in your basement, which is basically Copilot or even ChatGPT. And this Albert Einstein, he can transform himself into any role that you ask him. You ask him to be a pro marketer, you ask him to be a lawyer, you ask him to be a pro accountant, an administrative assistant. This little Albert Einstein, he can transform in anything, and your only limitation is really your imagination. So any question that you might have, he never gets tired and he's going to answer you. All right, feel free to have any question here. So we can compare Copilot to a magic box where you can ask anything to craft stories. Let's say you have an event with kids at a school and you want to craft a story, you want to craft a song, you want to draft emails, you want to create a matrix for evaluation of your team if you're working in HR, and all of these kind of things. But wait a minute here, Copilot is not so magic. You are a wizard, Harry. You have to be careful, okay? Be careful. Please use your professional judgment. Use your critical judgment. Don't copy paste the prompts and then just paste it straight up. We can also tell that you've used AI most of the time because we see it every time. We have Woobsy in the chat. What is up, my man? How you doing, man? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so I wanted to know in the chat who here knows ChatGPT. It's going to help me shape up my presentation and it's going to give me a starting point. Feel free to tell me in the chat who knows ChatGPT. I'm going to take a sip of water here. I'm really warm. It's really hot in my apartment. All right, so without further ado, let's keep going. I'm pretty sure most of you know ChatGPT, right? And I wanted to do a quick comparison between Copilot and ChatGPT. So first, Copilot is the company made by Microsoft. Copilot is the tool made by Microsoft company, sorry. So you all know Microsoft, right? They're making Microsoft Windows, they're making Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, so right, we know them very well. For ChatGPT though, I just learned that it was co-founded by Elon Musk. I didn't even know, but they are the new kids on the block since I think something around 2015, 2014. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here today. It's not going well. And OpenAI actually made ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is a chatbot that uses a LLM, so a dictionary, large language model, that is called GPT 3.5. Hey, Natalie, what's up? And GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, right? And what is a little bit inception behind that is that ChatGPT, or OpenAI, I should say, made these language models, these dictionary, the GPT-4 and the GPT 3.5. So I hope you understand here by now that the company behind GPT 3.5 and GPT-4, which Copilot uses, is actually OpenAI. So it's not the same thing, but it's really similar. They are using basically the same dictionary. And I'll get later on to the version of this thing. I don't want to get too technical, but let's just say that GPT-4 is more performant than GPT 3.5, right? So this company here, founded by Elon Musk, and now that is Sam Altman as a CEO, and then we have Microsoft here to the left. The difference between these two is mainly the security, right? So Microsoft, what is their guarantee with the tool is that Copilot is secure. While ChatGPT, they have something in their data policy, but your information is actually used to train the model. So, I don't want to tell you to not use these tools, but please be careful if you put confidential information in these tools. I'm really sorry, my voice is blocking today. It's been a rough few days. The main difference between these tools is also the knowledge limit, right? We have Copilot that is actually web-based, so it's looking for its information on the website. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really losing my voice. It's not good. And we have ChatGPT that is using ChatGPT 4.0 more recently, which is a newer version of GPT model, so the generative pre-trained transformer. And this is actually looking on the internet as well. But you are limited for ChatGPT 4.0. Most of the time when you're going to ask ChatGPT, it's going to be on the 3.5 model, which is limited to January 2022 in terms of knowledge. So if you ask information to Copilot, let's say who won the Stanley Cup, then Copilot is going to give you the right information. It's going to say Florida Panthers in June of 2024, while ChatGPT might not answer you. So Copilot is web-based. It's really useful to make research. All right, a little bit more on LLM, then we're gonna get into the meat of this meeting. So we have to the left here, we have actually two images of dictionary. This is Le Petit Larousse in French. As you may know, I'm in Canada. I speak French. This is my main language. And how I like to compare these two models is that the GPT 3.5 is just an older version of the dictionary. So as you can see, 1993. And to the right here, 2024. So we have a very old dictionary, let's say to the left, not that old, it's 1 year old. And this is actually what ChatGPT is using most of the time for the free version, of course. And GPT-4 is more like Copilot. So this is a faster version on the right here, more words, more memory, and it can actually analyze images. So just very simple, 3.5 is less strong than GPT-4, that's it. All right. So what is a Copilot? I see a lot of people telling me, hey, I use Copilot, but it doesn't mean anything. Then we even have Copilot GitHub recently that is a Copilot as well, but it is not what you mean. For Microsoft, anything that has AI integrated is a Copilot. We've seen recently Copilot for finance, Copilot for sales, Copilot for Microsoft Dynamics, Copilot for services. We've seen a ton of Copilot. We've seen Copilot in Microsoft Edge, but today what we want is Microsoft Copilot. That's what we're going to discuss. So it's really important to understand anything that has AI in it with Microsoft is called a Copilot. But today we want to go for Microsoft Copilot, which is the symbol here that is pink, blue, green, and every color, right? So I want to go into the different versions really quick because that's really important that you understand this before we go into the demonstration, right? So to the left here, we have Copilot for individuals. So that's the one I'm actually using. If you go to copilot.microsoft.com, this is the Copilot for individuals. You can also download the app on your cell phone or on your computer, which is Microsoft Copilot, and it is just like ChatGPT. It is a web-based AI tool, so a chatbot that you ask any question with natural language, generative AI, as we said earlier in this presentation. To the right, we have Microsoft Copilot for organization, and I just want to do a little difference between the three, okay? All of them have the three first items here. The foundational capabilities, which is the ability to ask questions to the chatbot. The web grounding, which is, a Copilot, it uses Microsoft search engine, which is called Bing, to have a look at different articles, and it actually cite its sources. In ChatGPT, you cannot ask the sources where it takes the information, right? And then you have the commercial data protection. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you need to know that your data should be secure with Microsoft Copilot. Then, if you can see here, the difference is where you need to pay. So if you don't pay, you just have the free version. And to be honest with you, I don't advise you to buy Microsoft Copilot Pro right now. The free version is just good enough, but it unlocks the ability to have Copilot in Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote integrated. As you can see here, this is a screenshot of me making this presentation. You have a Copilot button at the top here. So this is in PowerPoint. So when you buy, because I paid for Copilot Pro, you have a button at the top, and then when you click, you will see Copilot prompt appearing, but I'll go through this a little bit later in the stream, in the webinar. So this is it. When you have the Copilot for organization, the main difference is that you have Copilot in Teams enabled. As being alone, I don't really need Copilot in Teams, right? To who do I talk? No one. And then you have the Copilot graph grounding, Microsoft graph grounding here, which unlocks the possibility to have a little Google inside of your SharePoint, OneDrive, and all of this, and to make all kind of different Copilot. We won't go there today. This is not the goal. This is really a beginner introduction course today. All right. And here we go. So it is demo time, guys. And with this demo, I want to introduce you 4 use case. First, we're going to make a marketing plan with Microsoft Copilot. Then we are going to draft professional email with Microsoft Copilot. Then I'm going to ask Copilot what are the HR best practices. And then I'm going to ask Copilot to draft me a contract, and all of these are real life use cases that I've seen recently in my professional work with clients or others, okay? So you are in good hands today, and if you want to do it, the first one with me, you can go to copilot.microsoft.com, and I'm going to go here. I actually put my Copilot here as a homepage. And here we go, I logged in. I'm going to put the website in the chat. Here we go. If you want to try at the same time. And as you can see here, we have the UI of Copilot. So here you go, Microsoft Copilot, your everyday AI companion. I have the Copilot Pro version, but it should not change much for you. And we have the UI here at the top here. We have the recent chat. So as you can see, I asked Copilot in French how I should eat to do a 24K run, because I went for a 15 miles run 2 days ago, and I asked it what I should eat during my run. So it can do a lot of different requests here. So you have the UI here, super simple. First, you choose your conversation style. So you can either be really creative, which everything becomes purple, or very precise for fact checking in green here. So I will select creative, and I will just ask in the box, just like I will talk to my mom, could you make me a marketing plan? And then I press enter, and this is real time. As you can see, Microsoft Copilot will draft me an outline of a marketing plan real quick, just like if it was magic, right? All right, it's drafting everything. I just feel like this is magic right here. But now what's really important is that Copilot told me, remember, this is a general template. Your marketing plan should be customized to fit your specific business needs and resources. If I scroll up a little bit, I will see that Copilot gave me a marketing plan, it gave me an executive summary, a market analysis, and everything that a marketing plan should include. To make sure I get the most out of your time, the most valuable out of your time, I prepared all of these prompts in a Microsoft PowerPoint template actually. So I will show you what I did with these prompts. All right, I'm sorry. This is not my best day, guys. I hope you understand. It's rough. I'm very warm. I'm hungry, but I showed up. Okay, so I took screenshot as I told you, and as you can see, I asked Copilot, could you create a marketing plan? And this is basically the result that I just showed you in the app. But what if I would tell you that this is not the way to prompt? You remember at the bottom, Copilot told me, here's a very generic template. So yes, this is not specific enough. So here is how you should prompt Copilot, and this is very important to get the best results. This is the kind of prompt that you should have. First, you should have a goal. So I asked Copilot, could you create a marketing plan for me? Then you should give Copilot context. I work in a video game company. Could you adapt that marketing plan? I would love to have 6 very detailed steps and that you adapt the language for a company in the entertaining space. So I told Copilot who I am, what I wanted, and who's involved, basically, right? I gave Copilot the expectation. We will present the plan to an executive team, so it has to be sharp. I could have said I wanted to have a professional tone or something like that. And then I want to highlight the results here. Copilot told me, here is a 6-step marketing plan for your video game company. And then it really tailored my plan here. So a much better specific answer from Copilot. It's a use data analytics to understand the player behavior, establish a unique identity with the gaming industry, and then decide on the game genre, the platform, PC, consoles, mobile. So it's really tailored for my prompt, for what I asked Copilot. So I hope by now you understand what is a bad prompt versus what is a good prompt. Second use case, the human resource use case. So I am a rookie in human resource management. I just got a new job and they asked me to implement new best practices in terms of human resources. Could you help me with the first 5 things I will need to put in place? The company is a construction company. So here we go. At the bottom here, I want to highlight that Copilot actually gives me the website that it's taking its sources from. So if I want to go deeper into one of these topics, I just click on the link and it's going to open the actual website, right? Copilot gave me 5 of the steps that I won't go through, but I just wanted to tell you that if I ask 5 things, it's going to give me 5 things. If I ask 10 things, it's going to give me 10 things, right? So that's the second use case. The third use case is actually a real use case. I asked Copilot to help me draft a contract because I am a YouTuber, and if you need me to make you videos for your company, educational videos, or you need help to set up your YouTube channel, you can ping me, send me an email, write in this chat, and I will help you. That's what I do for a living, right? So I asked Copilot, could you help me draft a contract? And this is actually a real use case. And I want to put a disclaimer here. Copilot doesn't replace a lawyer, but lawyers are really expensive. And if you want to get a good draft, then that's the way to go. I said to Copilot, I'm a content creator and I build video for companies. I like if you could help me write a contract for my business. I gave my business address. I gave the business name of the business I'm making business with. And I said contract object is the creation of 4 videos themed on Microsoft Copilot and Excel trainings. And very important here at the bottom, I gave extra indication to Copilot. I said, can you make sure you cover basic contracts clauses such as deliverables, usage rights, and payment terms? I will review the rest, right? So this is a super detailed prompt. I could have kept going. I could have added stuff there if you want specific things. And here is the results from Copilot. It gave me all of that. So very generic, very boilerplate template contract. But I think it starts with a good draft, and I wasn't really happy with that. So I asked Copilot, could you add way more to it so I'm sure that I'm protected? And as you can see here, it added 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and also 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3 with way more details. So now the contract is a little bit more thorough, and I eventually kept prompting. And this is actually a real use case, by the way. This is a contract that I sent to a client that actually got signed. Of course, not this specific one, but this is the exact same use case, exact same prompt that I used. All right, so that was the third use case. Fourth use case. Oh wait, did I skip one? I think I skipped one. No, I didn't. No, that was the fourth use case. All right, I'm sorry. All right, so the other use case that I want to show you is actually a demo into Copilot in PowerPoint. So just as a reminder, I actually paid for Copilot Pro to show you this video. So I'm going to remove my face here and I'm going to voice over the video. So I'm not going to do a live demo. I actually recorded this on June 11th, so a few days ago. And you can still hear me, right? But you don't see me, that's normal. I'm just going to hit play here and I'm going to voice over. So we are in Copilot in PowerPoint and I click on the top on the Copilot button. It pops a pane to the right here. And I'm going to ask Copilot, could you make a presentation about David Fortin, a CPA that runs the YouTube channel Piggy Bank Accounting. He also has a LinkedIn. I want 10 slides maximum. So as you can see here, I asked Copilot, could you make a presentation? But it suggested me here, create a presentation. And since I didn't use the right words, the specific words, it's not actually gonna work. So that's why you need to actually learn the tool. So I did the same thing, but instead I asked Copilot, create a presentation about, and then I pasted my prompt. And this is very, very, I don't know, say that in English. This is really a small change, small details, but it makes a world of a difference right now on how the product is tailored, how the product is generated. So as you can see, it's not fast paced right now. It's not accelerated. It's not slow paced. It's real time, and it is making my presentation right now. And it is going to generate me 10 slides, and you'll be able to see the results here in a few seconds. It's loading, and here we go. We have David Fortin, an accountant at 80 years old for some reason. So as you can see, Copilot generated really random information. I will say just a good draft of a presentation. It says that Piggy Bank Accounting is a YouTube channel that makes budgeting tips, which is completely false. That's not true. It's just generic information that he found on the internet about what accountants can do. On the next slide here, it put like some really random generic images, and it says here that I have actually 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I wish, and I want you to click on subscribe right now to this channel if you haven't did it so far. So it started me with a really good draft of 10 slides, and actually I think that it is a good start, but it isn't on point yet. So that's why I will not advise you to pay for Copilot Pro, which is $20 US per month. But the product is developing, the product is getting better, and trust me, I talked to Microsoft twice already, and they are really determined to actually make AI the next big thing, and Copilot is here to stay. It is just a glimpse of what you can have actually right now. I want to show actually what Copilot can do, but also its limitation. So as you can see here, I titled this slide, Not So Magical. So I asked Copilot, could you help me create a matrix evaluation criteria? I want 3 levels from beginner to advanced as columns. I want to evaluate my team as a boss. And I asked Copilot on the rows, I want you to highlight the competencies a great accountant should have, such as technical skills, soft skills, etc. I want at least 5 competencies. And Copilot here gave it to me in a listicle way. And I didn't really want that. I wanted a matrix. So I asked Copilot, can you present it as a matrix format? And it is really important to give AI feedback. Like if it doesn't give you the right information straight up, don't give up. Don't say, oh, AI is bad and leave. I want you to keep going, keep prompting, talk to it, give feedback, be specific. And here we go. We have a matrix here. We have a table, let's say like that. And when you can click here on the top Excel logo, it's going to open the data into an Excel online sheet. And that's actually really great because you can get up straight with your data and boom, you're ready to start working. And I asked Copilot, can you add 2 more levels and also add 5 more competencies? And Copilot told me, certainly, let's expand the matrix by adding 2 more levels, novice and expert, and including additional competencies. I wasn't too happy here because yes, Copilot did add the novice and expert, so very far left column and far right column, but it didn't add any competencies as it told me. So as you can see, the 5 competencies, the rows are still the same. So I was like, come on, Copilot, you can do better, man. I said, you have added 2 more columns, which is fine, but you didn't add any more competencies. And then I gave example to Copilot. It is really important to give examples to AI because it's going to have a look at its large language model, its dictionary, and it's going to actually find in its dictionary these examples. So I said, can you add competencies such as Excel skills? The beginner level will be use Excel on a weekly basis and know basic functions. Please fill the matrix with 5 more competencies like the one I just gave you. Copilot said, I added 5 more competencies, but once again, it only added 1. It added only the Excel skills, but it did a great job with all of the levels by putting the right things into these boxes. So I could have kept prompting, but I gave up there. I was like, that's enough. You know what? You know what, Copilot? I got enough of you. I just wanted to show the beautiful people on my webinar what you could and what you could not do. All right. So, all right, here we go. So that was it for the content of this webinar. But what I want to give you as a gift today is that because you showed up to this webinar today, this live webinar, I want to offer you a 50% discount on the course Microsoft Copilot Essentials from AI Beginner to Proficient. This coupon code Copilot50 that is in the chat right now is only available for 24 hours. And no, it won't be available for 48 hours. It is actually right here available. And what's in this course right now, I'm offering you, instead of $150 US, which is 197 Canadian dollars, you have it for 75 US dollars. So I think it is really, really cheap. It is the best bang for your bucks, the best Copilot course on the market so far, and here is why. So the content, first I'm going to explain to you what is Copilot in a little bit more detailed way of what we saw today, right? Then I'm going to make a presentation of whether you should use the free or the pro version to let you know if you should buy it. And then we're going to set you up to have Microsoft Copilot. I call it the housekeeping rules. Because right now, people don't have the reflex to use Copilot. They don't think about it. And I'm going to give you tips on how you can make sure to think about it. And then I'm going to go through the prompt school. This is the second module. So the prompt school, we have the goal, the context, the source, the expectation. I'm going to teach you how to prompt the tool and tell you how you should use Copilot by telling you the do's and don'ts. I'm going to show you how to replace Google with Copilot because, man, I save so much time now not going on Google anymore and just go to Copilot straight up. And then I'm going to show you how to draft a professional email and much more use case using the AI tool. The link is in the chat right now in the YouTube chat, and you can buy the course right now for lifetime access. I think the landing page is pretty self-explanatory, and you know what? You have way more content in this course, such as using DALL-E to generate images, using Copilot to summarize videos, summarize lengthy PDF, or even use Copilot on your cell phone to speak to it and actually take notes and get way more value out of the app. All right, what else in this course? We go through the Copilot in 365 app. So that is the pro version of Copilot that you can get a free trial for 30 days. Copilot in PowerPoint, which is amazing, in Teams, in Excel, that is great as well, in Microsoft Word, and other apps such as Outlook, of course, and OneNote. I know not everyone learning the same way, so of course this is a video course. This is a 2-hour video course that you'll get a lot of value from. But what else you will get? You will get all of these PDF, the Copilot cheat sheet here that was downloaded by more than 500 people, and I'm really proud of this one. It is really to be printed on your desktop and to get you started in a glimpse with the tool. Then we're gonna have Copilot explain to kids. I love analogies. I think that's the best way to remember and learn. So you're gonna have this infographic here and way many more infographics to just teach you how to use the tool. And I really do think this is the best course on the market. And who's this course for? It is for professionals that are currently beginners with AI and want to become AI proficient. And by the way, I want you to be satisfied. If you buy the course and you don't like it, you send me an email, I refund you instantly. I don't ask any question. You have a 14-day money back guarantee. And why is this? It is because I don't care of the money. Of course, I need to live. I do this full time. I put out a product which I think is the best product of Copilot out there, way better than all the courses that you can find on LinkedIn Learnings or anyone else that gives courses on Copilot, because you know my videos are high production value and are actually entertaining, right? You can tell the guy here, very high energy. That's what you can find in my course. And why I give you a 14-day money back guarantee is because you are in my marketing. If you like the course, you're going to spread it to all of your colleagues, and then that's probably the best marketing I can have, right? I don't care about the $100 you're going to give me. I will refund it to you if you don't like the course. So I really bet on my quality. I really do think this is the best course out there. So that's why I offer the money back guarantee. I want to go through real quick the learning objectives, and we'll get into the Q&A. So I want you to gain a comprehensive understanding of what AI is. I want you to understand what is Microsoft Copilot and how it functions as an AI tool. And I want you to understand the limits of Copilot and also use Copilot to real life use case, such as Copilot to draft professional emails, Copilot for decision making, or leverage Copilot to prepare for important meetings, and of course other use cases that are covered in this course. And that's pretty much it, party people. Thank you so much for attending. I will stay online for a few minutes if you have questions in the chat about Copilot security, about my experience with the tool so far, about the course, about anything. I'm here to answer you. Please hit like on this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment on it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is really important because what it's going to do is going to spread the video to more people. I really do hope you got value. I'm going to wait a few minutes here in the chat to see if there is any question. I will answer the question. If there are none, of course, I will leave. And yeah, thank you for showing up, everyone. I hope you got a lot of value. I'm really hungry right now. I'm warm. I really need to get something to eat. I'm gonna wear the cap. It is vacation mode. I'm kidding. Thank you for showing up, everyone. I don't see any question in the chat, so I will send the recording. If you missed a few minutes of this course, it's going to be available very soon right here on this live YouTube channel. And please share all of this with your friends. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you sometime very soon. My name is David. I'm a CPA. I go by Piggy Bank Accountant, and talk to you very soon. Cheers, y'all.